Former Air Chief SP Tyagi hiding facts about his involvement in the VVIP chopper scam. Well, Headlines today has exclusive details of the Italian probe where one of the middlemen involved in the AgustaWestland chopper deal has alleged that he had several meetings with SP Tyagi while he was still the Indian Air Force chief. The Italian probe documents quote AgustaWestland agent Ralph Guido Hashke as having met Air Chief Tyagi at least 6 to 7 times between 2004 and 2007. Hashke has told Italian investigators that he held specific conversations with Air Chief Tyagi regarding the parameters of VVIP choppers for IAF. Hashke has said that the meeting took place at the office of Air Chief Tyagi's kin Sanjeev Julie Tyagi. The latest revelations fly in the face of Air Chief SP Tyagi's defense. The former Air Chief had told Headlines today only yesterday that he had only met one middleman, Carlo Garosa, at a family event, that too post his retirement. Alright, Ankit Tyagi, our correspondent, is now joining us from outside former Air Chief's residence SP Tyagi, and also joining us from our newsroom is our correspondent Jugal Purohit. Let me first go across to Ankit. Ankit, has SP Tyagi said anything about his meeting with Hashke, which now has been revealed happened at least 6 times when he was the Air Chief?
Well, after this exclusive story on Headlines today, I have been trying to establish contact with former Air Chief SP Tyagi. So far, he has refused to speak on this matter. In the morning, I tried calling him up. Somebody picked up the phone at his house and they said that he has nothing to add on whatever he had said yesterday. But on being questioned about these new revelations, they said that he would not like to speak at all regarding any new revelation. He said that whatever he knew about the deal that has already been put in public domain yesterday. So far, no reaction coming from former Air Force Chief, but we are waiting, and these important questions are on now. Right, he will have to come and clarify on whether he met the third agent or not, as revealed by Headlines today.
Well, both Ankit and Jugal are going to stay on with us. We're going to take a look at the probe that's going on in India. Well, as the VVIP chopper scam explodes, the government still doesn't seem to be very serious about the probe in the matter. While a CBI investigation has been ordered in the case, Headlines today has learnt of the government's complete apathy towards the probe. Sources have told Headlines today that while the CBI has asked the government to share relevant documents of the chopper deal to begin the probe, what they have received so far are only newspaper clippings on the AgustaWestland kickback scam. What's more is that a probe hasn't been initiated against the individuals employed with Aeromatrix who were named as Finmeccanic's agent in reports published last year. The government also needs to investigate former Air Chief SP Tyagi. It also needs to arm twist Finmeccanica into sharing information on Indian bribe takers and approach the Italian whistleblower Lorenzo, among others, who could share vital information on the Indian scamsters. So let's go across to Jugal Purohit now for more details on what India is at the moment doing about probing this case thoroughly. Jugal, the information is not available from Italy is what the government has so far said. So what pressure is being used to get that really crucial and vital information from Italy to facilitate a probe in India? Because CBI can't rely only on media reports.
Absolutely, Maha. In fact, there are several issues which the Ministry of Defence still has to come out and clarify its stand. It's just not enough to say that CBI probe has been ordered, because that's the only thing that the Defence Minister has said till now. What kind of a probe will the CBI do? What will the CBI get to start its probe? These are all questions which the Ministry has still left open-ended. And Maha, one very important point is that while the CBI may still do its probe, the fact remains that the Ministry of Defence has been claiming, at least for the last 1.5 years, that it has not received any assistance whatsoever either from Italy or from UK, where AgustaWestland headquarters still exist. Italy is, of course, where Finmeccanica, the parent company of Augusta, is headquartered. So this is the position on the ground. The MOD has been crying that it has no information, but on the other hand, the CBI also right now seems to be handicapped because it doesn't have adequate information. Maha, another important aspect is that while the CBI may start its probe, the fact is, what is the MOD doing to clean its own house? We are aware that for the last 1.5 years, these allegations were flying thick and fast, but yet the MOD only kept saying that the Italian and the British government are not cooperating with us, they are not supplying the documents to us. This is another question as to what the Ministry of Defence is going to do. And right now, most sources within the MOD are extremely tight-lipped about the matter. Of course, we are aware that the deal may still be suspended, the payments have been stopped, but this is not it. There needs to be much more than what is being done by the Ministry of Defence right now. Maha?
Well, and also now let's talk about the politics that has broken out over the AgustaWestland VVIP chopper scam, with both the Congress and the BJP trading charges over who tweaked the norms that facilitated the deal. Congress has alleged that the tender norms for the procurement of 12 AgustaWestland choppers were tweaked in 2003 during the NDA regime. The BJP, on the other hand, has hit back, claiming the Congress-led UPA is involved in a massive cover-up because Sonia Gandhi's Italian connections exist at the moment. Alright, let me go across now back to Jugal. Jugal, there is a political war out there at the moment, but SP Tyagi continues to say that there were no changes in specifications that were made when he was the Air Force Chief.
That's right, Maha. SP Tyagi's role has always been this way. He said that the only change to the qualitative requirements which were framed in the year 2000, only changes which were made were in the year 2003 when he was still to become the Air Force Chief, and he says the only thing that happened pertaining to this helicopter deal was that in his tenure he had actually ensured that the request for information, or the RFP, request for proposal, I beg your pardon, is issued, and that's the only thing he had to do with it. He's in fact even denied meeting these people more than once or twice, and that too at the residence of their cousins, not while he was in uniform. But Maha, what is most important here is that this is an aircraft deal which the Air Force does very badly require. This is the point that the government and the service chiefs have been making. But while this controversy could have of course been avoided, these aircrafts are required, and what is coming out of the ministry right now is that as an aftermath of this fiasco, they may also be impacting the other deals. So this is clearly something which is not taking place in the right interest. The Ministry of Defence of course needs to clean up its act, but not by impacting the requirement of the forces.
Well, absolutely right. And remember, only 3 choppers have been received by India so far out of the 12, and now it looks that that could also be put on hold as the probe is going on in the case. Jugal Purohit and Ankit Tyagi, both of you, many thanks for joining us with all those details.